IZ Corp Exchange, IZ Corp Radio, 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 IZ Corp Radio. Show and tell, coming soon. This thrift shop goods, new and used, discounted, of course, mostly clothes of all kinds, gadgets and things. The show and tell motto, everything has a price. Show and tell thrift shops coming soon near you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Ebo Richards, and I am CEO of IZ Corp Exchange, and you're listening to a segment of the Smart Investor Society on IZ Corp Exchange Radio. I have to tell you that investments involves risks that are not suitable for all investors. Information in this program study are for the participants in good standings with or about the IZ Corp Exchange, otherwise not investor in advice. The information is solely for participants and only reflect the opinions of the participants in good standings on or about the IZ Corp Exchange and do not necessarily reflect that of IZ Corp Exchange. It is IZ Corp Exchange's clients, customers, patients, patrons, partners, apprentices, servants, representatives, associates, and agents. And I also have to tell you that is $50,000 per year for membership of the Smart Investor Society. And of course, this is Mr. Ebo Richards, aka Investor One. So let's get right into it. I know a lot of people are worrying about their bum index and how that fund is reacting. But we were going to take some shares in STZ, and I think we'll go ahead and take 50 shares of STZ. They sell alcohol. Sorry for those who don't drink, but just for today, we're going to help ourselves to 50 shares of STZ. Now let's get right into it. Something was brought to my attention, and it just so happened that we were looking at the U.S. Is it the U.S.? No. Actually, that was a different argument. We saw shares of Netflix today. Now I don't know if you guys remember a couple years back, Investor One told you to buy it. Was looking at Netflix. It was like $1.34 or $1.43. Well, we saw Netflix take a nasty pop yesterday in the post market, and you always got to remember dates. When we teach you how to mess with dates when you're on the PAM Trade School and when you're in Smart Investor Society. That helps you to understand and to cross your T's and dot your I's. So remember the dates. So maybe a year and a half ago, we were looking at Netflix, and of course, as soon as we got in, it rolled, and now we're up $30-40 dollars on that one, and significantly enough. The argument came to me today. Well, I was doing some, we have a nursery, so I was out opening up a new garden, and praise the Lord for that. Just being able to see things grow. It's just like investments, and God is life, and God is love, and love is life. How does a new song go? There's a new song coming out by a new album I'm making. God is love, love is life. So anyway, we were in the garden, and the argument came up. Netflix popped. So they said, well, I remember looking at the earnings report, and they really didn't do that well. As a matter of fact, they didn't do well at all. But all the thing that was going on was, well, geez, how many new subscribers that they keep getting? And that drove the stock up. And of course, a lot of people are getting filthy rich at the same time. So I had to say, well, two things. What other companies would come in and say, well, we can have a bad earnings and not really bring in any revenue, but we can still attract a lot of investors through new subscribers. Well, you got Amazon, you got Facebook, you got Twitter. There's a whole slew of new technology companies that IC is doing a special report on that would make good for trades and good for yielding profit, because they don't have to be doing it as long as they're just building their network. That's the thing right now. I mean, you're just getting new people. That's new data. That's new information. That's new emailing list. That's a whole slew. That's a business by itself. So because you can take that data and you can repackage it and sell it. And the big conglomerates, they'll eat it up every time. So that's just one way to bring in revenues through new clients with your service. So we're looking and we say, well, what else? Look to that. And when it comes across your mind, say, well, right off the bat, Facebook came to mind. They were good on advertising, but now they can say, well, what if they come in the market because it's earnings season and they say, well, we have so many new subscribers. The market, the stock might love it. They really might get into it. The other thing that we're looking at right quick is Sprint. Sprint, I don't know. Can anyone tell me what is Sprint stock today? Can anyone say, what? Can you look it up right quick? Sprint stock is what? I don't even think it's $15. When I started trading, it was like $6 or $2 or something. This thing, like, it doesn't move, like it doesn't have a life. It just won't grow eggs. It won't evolve. It won't. But everything that we use, because matter of fact, I use an Apple phone, an iPhone. For those of you who don't know, I started out with a Samsung, and it kept breaking, and then I got an iPhone. But I use Sprint service. Okay, so I have an iPhone, I have Sprint service. Apple stock's going through the roof, but I mean, I guess Sprint is just US based, maybe that's why. But everything that they're servicing, maybe their products are too cheap, or maybe, I don't know. The argument came today, well, maybe how they make their money is they just go and say, you know what? We have the option out here. We don't buy our options. We sell our options. We explore our options. Because the stock doesn't move. Amazon is going through everybody uses their phone. Most people I know in my town use Sprint for service. But the stock doesn't get any of that. The issue itself doesn't get any of that market movement. So that's another curious thing. So look today, what's going on with the phone host and why they're just like stuck on stupid. And the other thing is the subscribers. Does your company make more subscribers versus their actual earnings growth? And here's the trade of the day. We're just going to say, plan your trade, organize your trade, and have a goal. You have to have a trade plan. You need a trade plan. You come to PAM Trade School, that's one thing we specialize in a trade plan. Because you just don't put on a trade, you have a plan. You don't just say, well, my friend said to go home and buy Amazon today. No, I mean, you could do that and make $1,000 by next week, but you still want to have a plan. How much am I going to spend? How much do I plan to make? Or I'm just going to let this run forever. There are corrections, there are pullbacks. You would hate, one thing I notice about traders that come through the PAM Trade School, and even some of you guys on the Smart Investor Society, put your hand up if you're a victim of this. Who's taking a steady loss? I mean, who's taking a nice loss for being stupid? Put your hands up. Okay. Now that's bad. Some people, you didn't sleep, right? Right. I know that feeling. Now look at it like this. What if you put on a position and it went up and you didn't cap it off? You didn't have a plan. You just let it run. And then all of a sudden a correction came the next day or the next month, and you gave it all back. How does that feel? Now tell me which one is worse. You saw the issue, you didn't have a plan, you didn't get into it, and the stock ran away from you. Those hurt more than losses. Again, thank you everyone. My name is Mr. Ebo Richards, aka Investor One. You have been listening to Smart Investor Society on CORP Exchange Radio. Thank you and have a great day.